Hello everyone. Let's go now to the wrap up of of this part about how can I bring my business to Facebook. I wanted to structure this conversation in three parts. Okay, so the first part has to do with when I create my Facebook page, how do I start day zero in order to acquire my fans, in order to connect with people, okay? And then all these ideas suggested by Maria Teresa in the first play are very valid. Like, for example, of course, putting my Facebook page on the website, doing contests, promotions, gifts, communicated in your physical store if you have one, in your business cards. I mean, any kinds of things that you in the signature of your emails, any kinds of things that you can think of in order to acquire your first fans. So this is step number one. So then I was asking, okay, imagine that we already have a bunch of fans, let's say 10,000 fans. Now, if what can I do with these people? What can I do with these fans? And I said, okay, maybe I'm opening a new IKEA store, and if I post this message, of course not the 10,000 fans are going to receive that in their newsfeed. Why is that? Because Facebook has an algorithm called the EdgeRank algorithm. So what percentage of people can we think of that they will receive that message? Probably below 5% or even below 3%. And this percentage of organic reach has been decreasing over time. So a couple of years ago, a brand could reach, like, for example, I don't know, 30 or 40% of their fans organically, and now it's below 3%. So why is that? Well, basically there are like two reasons. The first one has to do with Facebook claiming that they want to offer like a more personalized or a better user experience, so that you find in your newsfeed whatever is relevant to you and not, commercial messages of brands. And the second reason, of course, is because Facebook wants to monetize their business model. And if you don't reach your audience organically, what will you do? Paying for that, okay? So how the Facebook algorithm works. So this EdgeRank algorithm is like an SEO for the newsfeed, okay, of the users on Facebook, and it has basically like three components. Number one has to do with the affinity score, as Sona you were suggesting. The affinity score has to do with, for example, if every time that Maria Teresa does something on Facebook, I comment on this, I share, I like. Facebook is going to conclude that my connection with Maria Teresa is very strong. This, by the way, is not bidirectional. That does not mean that whatever I do is relevant to Maria Teresa. Just keep in mind. So the affinity score is important. So if when a brand creates content, posts something, users don't engage with this content, then the algorithm of Facebook will skip it from their newsfeed. So if you are not relevant, your users, your fans, will not even see your message in your newsfeed. Number two is how people interact with you. It's not the same thing as liking something or commenting or sharing, in which you are actively promoting. So Facebook assigns like different weights to different kinds of interactions that you have, or edges. And number three is timing. You tend to see in your newsfeed at the top of your newsfeed whatever is more fresh content, the most recent content. So it's very relevant to understand at what time your audience is connected to Facebook and post, and precisely at this time. Okay. So only, let's say, 3% of your fans are going to receive your message. So what can you do? This is, we can say, the organic reach. So go to the paid reach, as Connie, you were suggesting. And there are a number of advertising formats like promoted posts, the custom audiences, or for example, eBay was sharing with me the new Facebook Canvas that Facebook has launched like very recently. So this is the paid reach. You pay in order to reach your audience. What is the addressable audience for you? It is your fans and the friends of your fans, okay? And of course, you don't need to reach them all. You can use hyper-targeting capabilities like their demographic data or what are they interested in order to segment with which message you want to reach each people, okay? And number 3 has to do with the viral reach, and this is the example. You can click on the video here below of how IKEA did. So if you happen to do something viral, not only the people that you paid for or that you reach organically will see your post or your message, but also they will share it with other friends, no? As in the viral session that we were seeing the other day. Okay, so we have these 3 mechanisms. The organic reach is very low because of the hrunk algorithm, the paid reach, and the organic reach, which is what really the power of Facebook is, leveraging this viral effect. So, thank you very much. Let's go on with the last part of our discussion this week.